McWhorter Custom Rifles presents.
Good shot.
Well, this 7.65 is ready to go.
Good shot.
Welcome back, folks. Today, me and Mr. Allan are headed to West Texas for my first ever Aoudad hunt. And from what I understand, things are about to get real elevated out there. You don't want to miss this at all.
Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by McWhorter Custom Rifles, Zeiss Hunting, Forge Carbon Stocks, Hornady Ammunition, Atlas Development Group, and Great Horizon Ranch.
So Aoudad hunting has gotten to be one of our favorite hunts. It's why we build the kind of rifles that we build, because it really challenges your long-range shooting ability, and it also challenges your physical conditioning. Every time I'm going on one of these hunts, and I know I'm going on it, I'm going to condition. I'm going to at least walk, ride the treadmill, ride the elliptical, go to the gym, do everything I can for several months before I get out there, because I know the terrain at some of these places is very unforgiving. This year, I met another good rifle customer who manages a big ranch out in West Texas. He wants a McWhorter rifle and I want a giant Aoudad, so as usual, we can do business. So the plan on this was I was going to go out early and go on this hunt, and then I was going to drive several hours and meet my shooting school instructor, John, and we were going to go on a second Aoudad hunt where we had always traditionally hunted in a little rougher terrain down around Van Horn, Texas. So we get at this big ranch right at lunchtime, and we make a plan, and my buddy wants to go out immediately, so me and the cameraman and another guide, we all get together and we get in a Polaris that's got Kelvar tires on it, and we go looking for Aoudads. Now this ranch here is 325,000 acres, so the Aoudads can be pretty much anywhere, but these guys have been on it their whole life, so they pretty much knew where to look. So after a whole lot of riding and glassing, we find a group with some big rams in it. Unfortunately, they saw us about the same time we saw them. They dipped over a hill and down into a valley and disappeared before we ever got a shot at them. We saw a couple more Aoudads that day, and we finally called it a day on the first day and decided to get up early the next morning and get after them fresh. All right, second day Aoudad hunting. It's not very cold, but it's windy, so the wind's probably going to affect how far we can shoot today, because we're supposed to have gusts up to 60 or 70 miles an hour. I think that's going to start this afternoon, so hopefully we'll have good luck this morning. We saw several good Aoudads yesterday, just weren't quick enough to get on them, and we're going to try again today. This is a great place out here and got some big sheep, so here we go. The next morning, we get up and we decide there's no reason to leave before daylight when you're Aoudad hunting, so we left right at daylight. We ride 2 or 3 miles into the area where my buddy had seen some good rams, and we just start glassing. I mean, it's just a long process. You go from vantage point to vantage point, and you just look and you pick and you try to see if you can pick out a piece of a horn a tail or anything. And when you finally find them, you have to figure out a way to get close enough to shoot them. So we're going to try another spot right before lunch. We go around, we stop short of this face, and we ease up over the top of this ridge, and we look, and there's some really good Audads on a hill at about 900 yards. And normally that would be where we would go ahead and take a shot, but the wind was ridiculous today. On this day, the wind was gusting from 15 to 35 miles an hour. We had a kestrel out, and there was just no way to make that kind of shot ethically in this kind of wind. Fortunately, there was a drain that ran all the way around the bottom that could get us to within 400 or 500 yards. So we decided, since we had the wind in our face, to get down, fall behind the hill, and get in this drain and try to get closer to them.
This segment is brought to you by Defiance Machine, makers of precision bolt actions built for performance in hunting, competition, and custom rifle builds. Each action is machined to exacting tolerances and designed for smooth reliability, guaranteed headspace, and seamless integration with your custom build.
We're pretty well covered, but we're remembering the whole time that Aoudad have 10 power vision, so we're moving very slowly, just picking our way through there, trying to get close enough to get a good ethical shot. Pretty much I decide I'm going to get to within 500 or under. So we find a good spot, and it's 450 yards. The Aoudad that I want to shoot has bedded down. It doesn't look like he's got any intentions of getting up anytime soon. I feel pretty confident at this range that I can kill this Aoudad. So I get on my Leo photo, I get a good reading with my Zeiss binoculars and with my SIG.
Dropped him.
I settle in on the shot, I squeeze the trigger, and that 175 grain EODX going 2,950 feet a second out of my 7.65 PRC hits that Aoudad perfectly in his bed. He rolls over, he's dead, and my Aoudad hunt is finished. I have a big trophy Aoudad on the top of a hill on the second day of my hunt. Pretty sheep. Pretty sheep. Hoo-wee. Thank you, Lord Jesus. All right, well, here we are on the side of a mountain in West Texas with one big, enormous Aoudad. This joker is just beautiful. He's got real pretty full chaps, and his horns are about grown together, got good circumference, and he is long. We stalked to within about 450, and he was laying down where I could see all of his vitals, so I knew that if I didn't hit what I was aiming at, he wasn't going to be dead anyway, so I felt good shooting him laying down, and he didn't take a step, so that's a good way for this trophy animal to go. Just thank you, Lord Jesus, for letting me hunt these animals and be out here in this country. What a blessing. And Gun did what he was supposed to. Allan did what he was supposed to. So just a great hunt. We're shooting a 7.65 PRC with our ADG brass and 175 grain Hornady ELDX. We got our Defiance action on a Brux barrel. Got a flatline ops level on it. Trigger Tech trigger set at about a pound, diamond trigger. And we felt good on this one. I finally got a pretty good read on the wind, held about 2 minutes right, and hit him just right apparently, because he went straight, never got up. So just a great hunt, great place to be, and some great people out here. And we're just eating good and having fun. We've seen some elk while we're out here. I'm gonna talk them into letting me come out there and do that next year maybe. So anyhow, well, now the work begins. Time to get this sheep off the mountain.
Precision Hunting TV is also brought to you by McWhorter True Precision Long Range Hunting and Shooting School, Leo Photo USA, Rux Barrels, Trigger Tech, Hawkins Precision, and Defiance Actions.
Part 2 of my Aoudad adventure, the plan was to meet my new shooting school instructor, John Presley, who teaches our True Precision Long Range Hunting and Shooting School at McWhorter Custom Rifles. John is a very decorated serviceman, ex-Green Beret, Special Forces, sniper training, a very good shooter. John had never been Aoudad hunting before, and he was excited beyond belief to be able to go on a hunt.
Hi, my name's John Presley, and I'm a retired Green Beret. I spent 22 years in the military. I retired as a Sergeant Major, and right now I am the long range hunting and shooting instructor for McWhorter Custom Rifles. So I got a phone call from Miss Denise, and she said, "Do you want to go Aoudad hunting?" And my first question to Miss Denise was, "What's Aoudad?" Right? So I didn't even know what Aoudad was up until this point. And that's how this hunt came to be. Of course, I hopped right on it. You know, always down for a good hunt. So I was told the elevation was high country desert. It would be very dry. There'd be a lot of loose rocks. It was going to be a lot of stiff climbing, a lot of glasses, and shots all the way out to 1,000 yards or further. So I was told to expect everything, but it was going to be, you know, 3 days of a lot of hill climbing.
Welcome back, folks. Today we're going to talk about one of our best in the field hunting training targets that we use at our True Precision Long Range Hunting and Shooting School. And this is a target that's specially made for us by Metal Spinning Targets, our good friend Brett Ranke. And we've been using these for several years, and we like it because it's just, when you're shooting these, it's positive affirmation. Like I was watching you shoot prone a minute ago without even a pair of glasses, and I can watch this kill zone just flap when you hit it. And you know, this is a 10-inch kill zone. It's positioned perfectly straight up the front leg, so you know anything in this 10-inch area right here is a good lethal hit on a deer-sized animal. So this is a perfect training aid. And like I said, in favor of shooting paper targets, which are the least affirmation, to shooting flat metal targets where you got to actually watch the splash and see where it hits. When you see this thing flap at long range, you know you've made a good lethal hit on an animal.
Absolutely, and the difference is these is, like you said, the kill zone is set up for long range shooting. We don't teach at the long range shooting school to shoot behind the front shoulder, and the reason why is that is the windage left and right is you get more windage movement here, and a straight up center line chest is take out the top of the heart, punch bust shoulders, knock out the lungs. Deer 99% of the time pulls his front legs and back legs up and bang flops right there.
So if you come straight up here, this is the perfect center of a kill zone. If you're 4 or 5 inches either way, you still got a good kill. If your original aiming point, like John was talking about, is behind the shoulder, like all our daddies taught us how to shoot, and you shoot left and you're back in the guts. Up this way, you got equal percentage of shooting a good lethal shot, whether you pull it left or right. So
this is one of the best training aids I've ever seen, and and we use it here every weekend.
All right, so if you want one of these, give us a call at McWhorter Custom Rifles. And that's our True Precision Tip of the Week, brought to you by Allan and John and McWhorter Custom Rifles.
Precision Hunting TV is also brought to you by Armageddon Gear, Mesquite Creek Taxidermy, Hell's Canyon Barrels, Gun Foam, Boyd Harness Company, and Metal Spinning Targets. This segment is brought to you by Atlas Development Group, makers of the finest premium rifle cartridge cases on the market. Proudly made in the USA. Our stringent manufacturing process and raw materials yield superior results.
I needed several things to bring on this hunt because I knew I had a good idea of what I was going to do. And so, of course, the main thing I was bringing was my McWhorter custom rifle. And it was, I chose a 7.65 PRC, and I chose that because I love the 7mm projectile. I think it's super aerodynamic and defeats wind. It's great for long range. It's got a lot of knockdown power that I was looking for. And it also had minimum recoil. So I don't like a lot of recoil. And I took that. I grabbed my good pair of Zeiss binos and had some Hornady ELDXs with me, and a SIG rangefinder with all my ballistic data in there, and I had everything trued up, and that was really all I need besides a lot of warm weather clothes and some good hiking boots. Day 3 rolls around, we have a quick breakfast, wake up, it's cold, it's windy, we come up with a good plan, we're feeling good, so we head out. We head out close to where we were day 1 to look for some more Aoudad. Everybody's tired at this point, everybody's got, blistered feet, sore backs, sore muscles. We've been, hiking these hills and mountains for now 3 days. And of course, the guide spots the Aoudads at the highest point that he possibly could from there. So the Aoudads are gonna make us work for it. We peek over the edge of the top mountain, we spot them, and they're on the far, just under the far ridge. We catch the biggest ram just slightly below the ridge. He's bedded down. I spent 20 years as an Army Ranger and a Green Beret, and I've been into hundreds of gunfights and 19 combat deployments. I've done a lot in my career, and I was scared I was going to run the Aoudads off from how hard my heart was pounding. Lo and behold, here comes a B-1 bomber flying down, low level through the valley, rumbling, and all I could hear is the guide saying, "Oh no, oh no, oh no." When that B-1 passed over, the Aoudad stood up. Mr. Allan gave me my wind call. Went right up the front leg, just off. I just held slightly over.
All right, guys, here we go. Let's get him. Good shot. Thanks, Kyle.
Good job, Kyle. Good job, Kyle.
All right, guys. First Aoudad.
Good shot.
How was it?
Man, those 175 Hornady
ELDMs, they just tanked him. That was incredible. Oh yeah.
Good job, man. He's perfect. You hit him perfect. Look at that.
I mean, right dead.
Right there, point of the shoulder.
Boom, got him.
Good shot.
Man, these rifles are unbelievable. We had him up, he was bedded down. And anyway, we stood up. We got our wind call real quick. Wind call was roughly about
3 miles an hour anyway. We had a quarter minute or a 3/4 minute hold, which is about, you know, about 4 inches. Held over here, 3-4 inches right there. Bullet traveled over, perfect shot right there, center mass of the shoulder. And man, what a fantastic animal.
Good shoot.
Thank you, thank you. First Aoudad. Get up to him and just really take a moment to take it all in. I mean, the size of his horns were unbelievable. His the mane he had on him, it was really truly an amazing animal. I wouldn't change one thing. I would do it the same way all again, and it was just an absolute amazing time and experience.
So at the end of the day, John and I both had great Aoudads. We had both had great experiences, one of them together. Hunting these Aoudads is a real test of your long-range shooting ability and your physical conditioning. Man, John and I can't wait till next year.